It's
Hey, great Wednesday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and yeah, we are actually
and
back.
SPI.
And where?
SPI, South Padre Island.
SPI must be nice.
Moments. There are moments of niceness. Yes. Yeah. Just like going to, where did you go? Where did you come back from?
Puerto Vallarta.
What's
Well, let me tell you, I'm ecstatic to be back home. It's good to be back at the studio. It's good to be back at my office. It's just good to be back. I got here, I think I would say 10 minutes ago, and
Oh wow.
but fortunately, I already had everything set up. I'd already sent an invite to Dr. Juana, and so I was ready to go. In that respects, it was just crossing the bridge that was going to, give me a little bit of trouble. But fortunately, it didn't take that long. It took a lot less than what I expected, so I'm good. I actually thought that I'd probably get stuck in the middle of the bridge uh, mid-show, so not too bad.
So was it a long line or no work?
Not really. It was across, of course. It was close to I would say maybe like 7 cars before the having to pay the toll.
That's good. That's good.
Wasn't bad, and the line was progressing at a great speed, so not an issue. Didn't have any issues coming over. I did stop by Matamoros because I needed to stop by a delegation because they promised to have something ready for me, of course. So I thought, kill two birds with one stone. I'm already here. I'll get it, pick up, and then head down to Brownsville. Of course, they didn't have it ready. It's just typical. They apologized. They said, try back Friday. I said, I'll try back next week.
Ah.
But that it happens. One of the things that I try to do, and I've gotten a little bit better with it, is organize my time to whereas my going to a certain place, you know, is efficient to the point that I can maybe do two, three things at the same time. O sea, no me gusta ir, and as an example, I like going thrifting, and I don't like to go to the thrift store only to go to one thrift store and come back. I think that is, burning up the resources. So what I do is I'll wait a little while, and then I'll need to go to Walmart, buy some stuff, then go to the thrift store, then go to the other thrift store, then make sure that the trip is around time that I need to eat something. So then I'll go pick up something to eat, and then come back to the office.
You got yourself a routine there.
Well, what I do is I try to arrange different things within my trip so I don't have to be going to two, three places at two, three different times.
So is Maggie gonna be on?
This morning,
Uh-huh.
Maggie's in Houston.
Ah.
Maggie's in
You
Houston.
know, I think why shouldn't she run for school board?
I think part of the issue with Maggie right now at this moment is that she lives outside the district,
Oh,
and
okay.
and just
I,
by a hair. Let me tell you, it's not even that much. So what I've told her to do is, you know, move inside the district. I mean, there's still time. It's still 6 months away. Oh no, it's not 6 months away. No, yes, not this time around. We get ready for here in 2 years, and I think she'd be an amazing candidate,
mm-hmm,
and I
mm-hmm.
think she'd be a great voice for the community. So
An advocate for the community and the teachers.
100%. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I think I don't know if you watched yesterday's show a little bit, but I did get a little bit of flack for um, my concern with the teachers unions years. And again,
But
guys,
I think when they present though, isn't the board not allowed to talk or speak? It's just basically the only thing they can do is present their woes, but there's no uh, communication from the board. They have, if they're not on the agenda, they can't really talk to them and say, hey,
to the people or
asking
to administration.
to the board. I mean, when they present to the board.
People, well, people have a right to speak to the board,
Hmm. Hmm.
and the board has a responsibility to answer. You know, one of the things. Well, the only time that there are some governance stipulations are when the board wants to dictate to the superintendent how to do his job, which happens a lot, quite a lot. And unfortunately, I think that's one of the things that most school districts have to deal with, because you have school board members that, because they're in the majority, they move the superintendent back and forth any which way that they want, and it's a quid pro quo. As long as the board continues to pocket money from vendors and stuff, the superintendent turns a blind eye, and superintendent can do basically anything he wants, like get an extra year on his contract, as to get never get questioned in regards to why upper staff is so overpopulated, as to, and it's just a quid pro quo, and
Mhm.
ultimately the individuals exclude are the community.
Or
And
Well,
gets a really nice wage,
huh
or gets a really nice contract.
oh, exclude. And part of the problem, Sam, is, and again, this was my
good morning,
stance.
Sam.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
I don't know if you saw the show yesterday. I don't know if you were even on the show that morning. I don't remember. But my issue with AOBE is that they're not there to play nice with the board members.
No.
They're there to fight for the rights of all of BISD employees, and I would dare say even the employees that do not that are not paying them dues. They're not part of their union, because if it helps out one group, it's going to help out everyone out there. And
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people. But of course, guys, if you want to pool up your resources and your dues to a certain association or a union, more power to you. Again, this is still America. You can do whatever the hell you want. With that said, it ticks me off that you all don't get your bang for the buck. That's my issue with the Police Officers Association.
Mhm.
It's a piece of crap. It's a political arm. They use the dues of police officers to wine and dine politicians that ultimately are going to do the quid pro quo with them as well. But with the school district, they were pissed off because I said, guys, y'all didn't ask the right questions. You didn't insist on holding. You've got a board member on live, and you're not going to insist on why they haven't started to shave, cut off, cut loose a lot of the individuals at the top. And look,
Do you think maybe they probably went over the questions before going live?
no, I don't think so. I don't think that they would do that. But let me say, I think that in general, they did inform her what it was that they wanted to talk about, because she had
Yeah.
these little presentations, which is crap.
Yeah.
They're worth nothing. Flow charts, pie charts, they're worth nothing to the individual who's got a dollar raise, while
Yeah.
the superintendent got an 8% raise. But Dr. Juana, let me explain, because I don't know if you're new with the situation. Back 7 years ago, we had a superintendent who had five high level people at the top. That's including three AAs and chief of CFO and an accountant. Five people on the top. We had 52,000 students
Wow.
with five people at the top. Right now, we are projected to have 38,000 students. That's what, 15,000 student loss. Más o menos. My math's horrible.
Yeah.
So they lost, but now it's not five at the top. It's 13 at the top.
Wow. It's like this city of Brownsville. I mean, all the money that's being utilized that way. Maybe it's a learned type of behavior, because the city of Brownsville is spending a lot of money on secretary fees, administrative fees, just an enormous amount of money. So, and it's our money, it's our tax money.
Not to forget about the consulting fees they always use.
Exactly. And that happens in the city of, and what's trippy is that happens in the city of Brownsville, and it happens at the school district. But, and I will say this to BISD's
Hey,
credit.
quick question though.
Yeah.
It's almost the end of June. Have you heard anything about the PUB audit?
Yeah, a lot.
I'm still being hopeful here.
You're
I
being
must see if I
positive.
can go into their website and see if I can find any updates because they
You're
said
being
mid June.
you're being positive, and I'm being realistic, guys. No audit. There's no audit. It's not going to happen. But look, with going back to the consultants things before we go into the audit stuff, let me say, este, City of Brownsville does a worse job than BISD. Amazingly enough, city manager and his office out there, they get paid what we said
It,
$2 million. We figured out two
it's
million
enormous
dollars, and
amount of money.
$2 million, and they can't do their job. All the upper rung type of people, $2 million, they can't do their job. They have to go out there, hire consultants, and we pay like $4 million a year in consultant fees.
Yeah.
Consultant fees.
It's basically the city is it's just unfortunate because that's taxes. That is where taxes are going, and it's unfortunate that it's going to something like that and not the student learning. I'd rather have like a vocational school implemented into the school system to where it's legit.
Oh, there's
Sam,
nothing
I've missed you, Sam.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I've been on and off here.
too much.
Ah, so
Look, I'm halfway across the world, and I'm still coming on.
Yeah.
oh look, are you still in Arizona? Or are you back
No, no,
home?
no, no. I'm already back. I'm actually leaving next week. I don't know where exactly. I just know that I'm leaving next week around Tuesday or Wednesday.
And you know what's worse, Dr. Juana? That he comes down here, then he goes to the beach and takes off his shirt.
Well,
Hey,
is
it's a free country.
Should not do
That's
that.
a great thing about being in a free country.
Should not do that to the community of
that's
Brownsville.
that could be that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing.
That-
Get some
that-
vitamin D.
That actually should
Yeah.
be illegal.
Uh,
And let me say, guys, I just came back from the beach in Puerto Vallarta. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there should not be wearing bathing suits. My goodness, I'm going like,
Sir, it's a free country. Even
Not
though
Mexico.
things are hanging down here
True.
and there and
they're
everywhere.
hanging down, they're hanging to the side, they're hanging all over the place, and I'm going like, why in the world are you wearing that thing out in public? I mean,
I am free.
goodness gracious.
Let it be.
That's one of the reasons why. And I've shared again. No shame in my game.
Those,
I shared, I would never ever go out there. I would not do that to a community. Never go out there shirtless. I would never go out there because I don't want them all to like eek out of their mind. I wouldn't do that. Ever.
It's once you get to that comfort zone and of like what's it called? Like that self comfort zone where you're like,
I'm praying to God.
self-confidence of it
yes,
doesn't matter.
that's what I meant.
I am
Self confidence.
I'm praying
I
to
am
God up
me,
above
hear me
that I
roar.
never get to that comfort zone.
Oh, you will. You're like a couple of years, months away.
Now, let me tell you, I will hide everything as much as I can. And then one of the, I don't know if you knew this, Dr. J.
You know where I saw that a lot in Miami.
People,
But over there, like I was just like, it doesn't matter because nobody knows me. So that's why I was like, it's totally fine to wear whatever.
well, what's trippy is when I was going to Puerto Vallarta, I'm in line at the airport, and someone says, "Erasmo," and we're like, "No." And ¿para dónde vas? ¿Para Puerto Vallarta también? Yo también. I'm going like, yeah. I did not want to meet up with
It
it.
could have
You
been
wanted
another role for
solitude.
premium too.
I thank you for saying hi. No, someone was going with their family. Someone was going with their family, and I thought that was kind of cute. I appreciate it. Thank you for saying hi. I liked it. I thought it was kind of cute. I'm getting more and more.
Was it a widow guy? I know someone was heading to Puerto Vallarta recently.
Wasn't Weddle
No?
older, maybe in his 50s?
No. I know my friend's going to Puerto Vallarta, but he posted it like, I want to say 2 days ago.
Was he wearing horrible
Short
clothes and
shorts?
everything? Daisy Dukes and stuff. No, let me say, and you know what? I God bless, and again, it is.
Hey, well, apparently that's a fashion over there in Europe. Like wear short shorts, like the soccer shorts.
No,
According to my coworker, like in Europe, it's you gotta wear them like high because of your
Oh,
thighs.
Oh, let me tell you, like they're wearing these like tangas or something. The guys are, or like little bikinis, and I'm
those
going like
speedos.
the speedos. I'm going like,
That's
Oh,
that's an
oh my,
European thing since like forever.
oh my god! But why? Why would you do that, guys? Why?
You get tan all over the place.
Why do you need a tan all over the place?
vitamin D, sir. Vitamin D. Got to get that vitamin D somewhere.
It
I can.
has to be like you're not gonna be like just like a tan up until the knees, and then just until your elbows, and
Do you
then
have the
everything
white
else
feet?
pale white.
Nobody else
Do you
in
have the
my
tan right here? Are
nobody
you
Yeah,
else.
real white and then brown, brown?
No one
yeah.
is going to see
The
under.
farmer's tan.
No one is going to see under those lines with me, so I'm not concerned at all. But again, I do not understand. I don't get it as to why people would wear those little speedo things. Good morning, Joe. Uh, the governmental bureaucrats should not be getting rich.
Mhm.
Very, very true,
Right.
and that's part of the issue that the governmental bureaucrats in every single governmental agency here locally as they become
Well,
rich.
I don't know why we do that to ourselves. How we get into this position to where they get hired for that much money, like the superintendent. I mean, how did it get started to begin with? It just
Well, and I can
it's
answer that because I was actually part of the hiring process when that happened. And let me tell you, uh, we had a corrupt board, a corrupt board. We had a head of the snake,
there.
Sylvia Atkinson,
Well,
who
you pretty much paying
Oh,
that much, so they won't be asking questions what goes behind back like closed doors. Pretty
100.
much.
yeah.
It's a yeah, quid pro
Yeah, you
quo.
just had to say Sylvia Atkinson. I mean, I did. I read up on that woman, and that was. I mean, she pocketed
Millions,
a lot of money from
millions,
a lot of people for
and
everything, for up to commercials, advertising. I mean,
millions. Not only took millions from our students, as they just gambled it away, and that made a lot of the local gamblers happy. I know for a fact.
oh,
I've
she
spoken
actually truly gambled it away.
hundred
Oh,
percent. I no 100%. Actually, I know a lot of these people that would meet up at these. What happens here is that there's these uh, casino houses, and what
mhm.
happens is individuals through in different parts of the country they rent a house. And then they'll go and on Thursday night is when they were meeting. On Thursday night, they'd all get together a escondida, and had a poker night. And and then they, after a couple of months, they moved to another house and then to another house and to another house. And they kept each other informed. And these people would tell me, they said, "No, Erasmo, she would walk in and drop 15, 20, $30,000 like nothing. Of course, it wasn't her money. Also, everyone was ecstatic when she would go gamble. They would call each other up like, llegó la Silvia. And you know why? Because she was such a
Took
horrible
money.
gambler. Well, she was money and she was a horrible gambler.
Mhm.
Money she took, money she lost. And unfortunately for us, it was all our monies. It's just unfortunate. Our kids' monies. Uh, Pocahontas is bullying Jerome Powell into not raising interest rates because it would force our economy into a recession, which would devastate them in the midterm elections, even though it is needed to combat inflation. Uh, Let me tell you, I don't. I think I've heard two different viewpoints in regards to us being in a recession already. I think we're there mostly.
Mm, not yet. Not until all your everybody's 401. I mean, when everything starts dropping. I mean, it hasn't like started
I think.
dropping a
I
whole
think
lot.
Sam and my 401 dropped a long time ago.
Uh,
It's been a couple of years. It's been dry.
well, 2008. I mean, I remember 2008. And I wasn't really into
But question: when there's
waiting
a
for money
recession,
or
is that
learning.
when the house market crashes?
That well, it's the inflation. It's like if you want to get a house, what is the percent right now? Is it 5% to buy a home? To
I live in my parents' basement.
I love it. I have a brother like you. And I love my brother. I love my brother. They're close. They don't live with them, but he's close by. Needs if they need something, I count on him, and so that's a good thing. That could be a
I,
good thing.
My sisters don't like me.
It's a
Oh,
good thing if they help. It says your brother's helping your parents,
oh
but
yeah. You don't help
on
your
the
parents, sir?
contrary, over here,
How old are you? How old are your parents? How old are your parents though? How old are your parents?
75 and
Oh,
70.
oh, they see, they're still real young. They can. You need to help. They can help themselves.
that base.
Yeah, yeah. They're young. They're young. That's
Yeah, let me tell you, they need to continue to help themselves for many, many
yeah,
more years
yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, they need to continue to produce money for me.
See, yeah. Oh, I do. I have another brother like you. See the way I am.
Yeah.
Just brothers. So I
The
have just
different
brothers.
faces
I
of
have no
Erasmo.
sisters. So I can't say sisters hate me, but I can say at least one brother doesn't like me. I, I
Well,
love.
none of my sisters like me, and that's okay.
I don't believe that,
It's
sir.
true.
Ah,
And none of my cousins like me, except maybe one, and they're on
Don't
here today.
forget nephews and nieces.
Yeah, they can't stand me either.
I don't believe that.
The only ones that like me are the ones that ask me for money.
Well, of course. I mean, they would love you. I would love
The
you.
one that
Uh,
kind of likes you is the one that asks you for money and doesn't return the change after getting tacos.
and never brings back change when he goes to this space
That's
dogs
smart.
right here.
That is smart.
Those jobs. Well, and
Hey,
no,
you hungry? Yeah, we'll get him money to get you more food.
and then I never get the change back. He buys like a dollar hot dog from Stripes and no sé qué le echa arriba, like
Uh,
Cheetos or flaming hot Cheetos, and says, "I got it from Space Dogs." And we're like, that doesn't look like a hot dog from Space Dogs. Yes, it costs a lot of money. I'm not gonna mention his name, Frankie, but he's pretty bad. But no, let me say, I saw my three nephews from my dentist last night, and they still love me, and I still give them money. Yeah,
there.
they like me. So, but those are adopted nephews.
Well, so it's the only people that like with your DNA concept. They're the ones that don't like you. If they don't have your DNA, then you're good.
Yeah, I like those. I don't like and it's. I mean, again, I love my sisters. I love them to all, every single one of them. It's okay. I don't mind. And I think I think one of the reasons that they get pissed off with me is because I'm very like I don't care. It's like, and they go like, oh, pero, we're like, yeah, I don't care.
Are you the youngest?
No, I'm the oldest,
Uh-huh.
but I go like, no, I don't care. And they come out with their and Sam knows
He
their
acts like
drama.
the youngest.
They come out with their drama like, oh, and we're like, yeah, I don't care.
Well, do you have brothers?
No,
Oh, there you go. There you go, sir.
they chifla.
That there it is. That say no more. I
But
love it.
but it
I
should
love
be
it.
because my sisters do protect me a lot, so I like that. And they will defend me and fight for me. They just don't like me, but that's okay. It's like we can be horrible to them, but nobody else can.
There you go. That's called family.
It's good for me, and I can buy that. And again, they know that if there is a situation, I will be the first one to up in arms and fighting for them. So we
So
have a good
Sam,
relationship.
have you thought about vasectomies?
No, not yet.
Not even not,
I actually went to the
not
ortho.
even like like I really did. I've thought about it. I'm gonna help
No,
my
I
wife
just
out.
I
Every
just know
time
that
your
it's
wife, does
just
your wife say, "I don't want any more kids, Sam"?
no. She hasn't said anything like that.
I think Dr. Juana, yeah, please. I've been trying to convince Sam on getting a vasectomy for.
Maybe you might help me
It's a
convince him.
vast difference. Just
Keep on at him. Keep
No,
on at him.
man.
yeah. No, I wanted to, because you fascinated me, Sam. You fascinated me
That's one person.
when we were talking. Just because there were certain things that I was thinking, God, we need a little bit more education, and education in a good way. Now, look, he's got a bunch of sisters. I got a bunch of brothers. So
Yeah.
my thing is, I wouldn't tell my brothers to get a vasectomy unless they had maybe like 5 kids.
Like
And then
Sam.
I'd say, think about it. But you're young enough. But Erasmo, I think, I want to talk to, I don't know how old are you, sir?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm 55.
55. What a man. I love it. So, okay. So,
What a man!
so,
What a man! What a man! What a mighty man!
what a they're good man. So, um, it's too late for you, Erasmo. It's too late for you for an immunization, but
Oh,
it's called that HPV immunization. I wanted to talk about that because it
Sam needs
used
it.
to. Okay, you do. If well, actually, you don't need it, Sam. If you're a wife and you are in a monogamous relationship, it's just the
He's
both
not.
of you. Then no worries. But you guys, women have Pap smears. We get
Mhm.
Pap smears, and so we know when there's something going on. But men don't have peenie paps,
I have
and
pap smears too.
you have to have a
They
you
they
can't
trust
Pap
me.
smear.
They try. Yeah, they try to do pap smears on me.
Well, no, sir. Well, that's the whole thing about HPV. This immunization, they kind of upped it to where it used to be just at the age of 26, but now it's up to the age of 45. You don't want cancer of the pee,
What's the
and
PP?
it's called a penis.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was the medical term. I didn't know it
yeah,
was like it changed.
yeah.
Dr. Janey, who
Well,
works in the medical profession, is calling it a PP.
a pee. Yes. Well, you call it whatever they name it. That's
Sam calls it the
whatever
main vein
whatever
for the children
whatever
drain.
name they give for it, because that's what how you say it.
Sam calls it
But
the main vein for the children drain.
uh, but I think one is that if you are 45 and less and you haven't had the human papilloma virus immunization and you're a man, it's really important that you get it. It's a 3-shot series. For you, Erasmo, what I'd say is, have you gotten the hepatitis B vaccination?
I'm going to say yes because I think I got it last year. Because the doctor did a thorough check of my jig and gave me a bunch of
It's a,
different shots that
it's
I
a
need.
3-shot series.
I
So
think I did.
there's a hepatitis A and there's a hepatitis B, but it's the people in your age range. It's the people that are older than 20, no, older than 30 years. So if you're 30 years and older and you're not a healthcare provider, chances are you are not immunized for hepatitis B, and it's a 3-shot series, and that is deadly, and it could be totally prevented with immunization. So I would say, and the way you get it is from sex. So my
Oh,
attitude is,
I would never have sex.
you uh, stop. I'm sorry.
I do it very so badly that it feels like it.
Well, look, it just takes one person with the hepatitis B virus to kind of get you into a zone to
It's
where
done so badly, it never counts.
But is it,
what
but,
I tell
but
people
it
is, if
but
there was
isn't
an
you have to?
immunization.
But isn't it you have to like have sex like for more than 3 minutes for it to count? Because
No, sir.
I'd be safe if that's.
It's just fluid. Actually, if it's just fluid.
I got two
But
good minutes with on me, and that's it.
2 good minutes.
And that's it. I'm worthless after that.
Sir,
I'm not,
what?
I'm not joking.
So what you have to kind of focus on is immunization.
Out of breath.
Hepatitis B. So people with hepatitis B immunization, if you're not immunized and you're older, go get. If you're having sex, go get it. Go initiate that immunization,
That's
because what I tell people is, if you knew that there was an immunization to prevent you from getting HIV,
on your
would you
PB.
would you take it?
Oh
If you
yeah.
knew, if you knew there was an immunization out there, and everybody's going to say yes.
Hell yeah.
Well, there's more people dying of hepatitis B than HIV, and it's preventable. It's 100% preventable. So,
But
um,
isn't it trippy how as a recent, there's been very little information, or not information, maybe news out there in regards to people passing away from HIV, from AIDS.
because it's a chronic illness now. People really don't. They don't. You won't die from HIV, but you
I
can
think
die.
more like downplayed nowadays with the all AIDS and HIV thing
You think so?
compared to back then.
Oh,
Well,
let me
back
tell you.
I
then
remember like in the
there were
90s,
people
2000, it
that
was
were
like a
dying
huge deal.
because
Oh,
they
I
were
would.
dying.
in
I
the
mean, it was
80s.
a deal. They were actually dying. They're not dying now. It's, you take a series of medications and you do fine. You don't, there's no aftermath of,
But
I'm going to
now
get
it's the
cancer.
whole like, no, you're not dying from it, but now it's more spreading of the
It's a
STDs,
stigma.
ain't it?
Well, it's not spreading. I mean, it is an STD. But it used to be deadly. It's not deadly anymore. Hepatitis B is deadly, and it's prevented. We have an immunization. It's just making sure that people get that immunization. Hepatitis C, we didn't have a cure. I mean, we don't have an immunization, but we have a very good cure for it. But people that have hepatitis B and have hepatitis C, they're not going to tell you. They're going to have sex with you, and then you're going to end up getting it. And wham, I've got. So you gotta. Yes, you can focus on condoms, but a lot of people don't. That's the
Yeah, it's
whole.
not something you put in your Tinder, right, Erasmo?
Let
I
me tell
got
you,
hepatitis
If you
B.
put like
nobody wants to have nobody wants to have
be
sex.
vaccinated.
Nobody wants to have sex with Erasmo Castro. And I think part of the problem with
On your
people,
bio, you should put that.
well, I think part of the problem is that I'm so open and transparent that anyone that might have considered having sex, probably heard that I'm not good for more than 2 minutes, and they're probably going like, pues ni pa qué comprarle
Ni
dinner,
gas.
ni pa qué comprarle dinner in a movie, ni gastar la gasolina.
Well,
I'm
I
horrible.
just
I'm
I don't
horrible.
know. I don't know what to say to that.
No, I'm horrible. Let me tell you, it's kind of trippy, and I'm
Ni el hot dog del stripes con chitos arriba.
that's why Frankie does that. But with me, and let me tell
Saw
you,
palmetto, sir. That's what you need.
no, and no, let me tell you what happens. It's like with me, is just after that 2 minutes, and boom, and I'm going like, that's it, adios, I'm out, and everyone else is going like, what the hell? What about Arnie's? I'm going like, screw that. I've done my 2 minutes.
Ah, there's a word for that, sir.
Huh? That's why no one wants
There's
to
two
have sex
words.
with me, and that's okay. I mean, I sort of come
Hey.
to that, and I've come to that realization where I don't care, and I made sure that my mom didn't share today's show, so that's why I'm open to anyone
Well,
listening.
it's just, I'm saying your parents are married. That's a good thing, but there are people that are married that are father Erasmo and everyone. Good morning, David Smith.
Good morning, good morning. You remember David, right, Sam?
Yeah,
I love David.
Mm-hmm.
Good
only
morning.
the smartest man around here.
Yeah, let me tell you, that guy should run for office. That guy,
Didn't he run? No,
I don't know.
he
I'm not
ran
sure.
for something.
Did he
I
really?
know he did.
David is one of the most intelligent individuals I'd ever met in my life,
Yeah.
and I say that just because of he beat me in a trivia game that we had at UTB TSE, and he beat me with a question that will always stick in my mind. Inventor of the elevator.
Inventor of the Otis. No, who's the
Otis.
Otis? Yeah.
My God, even Dr. Juan is smarter than Erasmo.
Ah.
I did not know that,
Otis.
and I'm going like, well, I think, and part of it is y'all are cultured. Y'all have been all over the world, you and David. Unlike me, we don't, I mean, when's the last
Sir,
time here in
the guy
Brownsville,
that just
Sam,
got
that
back
we used
from
an elevator, We don't. And people that go like anywhere in the country, you'll notice on a lot of the elevators, they'll have Otis, 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 Otis. And that's why it might have stuck with some people, because it's not this kind of stuff that sticks with me, because we didn't grow up with elevators. Nosotros éramos puros tacuaches.
There's a couple of elevators here.
Puro
Huh?
sea level.
Aren't there a couple of elevators here? We got the hospitals.
Well, yeah. Sylvia Atkinson goes hand in hand with Mayor Trey Mendez. Look what the mayor is doing with the city coffers. 100%. And let me tell you, they were business partners. And they're all in it together, guys. Like the Dennis Sanchez guy from
And it's a little circle. You just gotta connect the dots.
you have to connect the dots. Dennis Sanchez from the Madeira thing is Trey Mendez' business
Hey,
partner. Adela
speaking of
Garza is
Madeira,
Trey Mendez'
what's their deal? Trying to go back to the city, trying to get like funds or something.
They're trying to get, of course, they're going to. And because they put all their eggs in that little basket and it didn't win, doesn't mean that
Yeah.
they still don't want your money, Sam. They
Yeah.
still want your money.
Are you talking about the arena or?
They
Well,
lost the arena,
they
but now
lost
they're
the arena.
going to the city to try to get them to, I guess, be able to clean the subdivision or something like that. I didn't quite understand it. I was hoping you would clarify that, but that's what I understood from what they were
Uh,
posting.
I don't understand what it's more of incentive stuff for them. I don't know exactly what it entails, so, because I'm so focused on the PUB audit that we're reviewing. Oh no,
Yeah.
that didn't come out either.
So, I'm wondering if, like in Hidalgo County, there's a lot of public officials that are getting arrested. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering,
Like
federally, federally,
all over the valley, they're
the,
pretty much getting arrested for one thing or another, but
you know,
mainly over there in Hidalgo.
the
And
mission area, I mean, there's the piñetas. What is it? Piñetas?
we need that.
Viejitas.
We need that to happen
Yes,
here.
there you go.
We
Yeah.
desperately need that to happen here.
Yeah. So how's that going to happen? Who's going to do it?
Me.
So supposedly the FBI was involved,
There
but
you
it's taking
go.
months.
It's
Vote
taking
for
years.
Erasmo.
Vote for it also, guys. It's the only way.
But are there, and then who else is running? You have to have, are there two other righteous commissioners, or how many commissioners are there?
There's 5.
5. So
I
you
wouldn't
have
say that
to
there's
go
righteous
3.
commissioners. I think that we have an opportunity to turn the county commission red. A very, very viable opportunity because Judge Carlos Cascos is running against Judge Eddie Trevino. So that's a
Well,
possibility.
I think he'll end up being our judge.
I'm hoping. We have Chuck Vey. I don't know if you met Chuck Vey, Dr. Juana.
Mm-mm.
Chuck Vey is in Harlingen area. Chuck Vey is running against Gus Reese up in.
Okay, that's good. Gus Reese is not supposed to be a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a piece of crap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's an opportunity to flip it all around.
It bites though that the other guy lost.
Huh?
JV Garcia, I think.
Yeah.
JV got
That
Garcia.
guy looked so promising because he was doing quite a bit.
I wish he would have won. I
So-
wish he would have won.
Me too. I really wish they would have won, but let me say, it's an opportunity. It's and I tell people this because people will go like, oh well, we gotta vote for. We don't want to vote for Republicans. Stop thinking of it as a Republican thing. Stop thinking of it as a Democrat thing. But know that what you have right now hasn't been working for you. Think of your appraised value on your property. You're paying more taxes now. The current county
I see
commissioners.
quite a few posts from people that they go and I guess they go to the court for it and they're still telling them no.
Well, let me tell you, I'm actually going on July the 5th, and I plan to raise hell and a half because they wanted to raise my appraisal value of the property that I have here at the office. I said, "Are you stupid?" So I said, "Yeah, I want a hearing, and I'm going to go to the hearing, and I'm going to go in person, and I'm going in. And the only reason I'm going to, and the truth of the matter is, I'm not even going to pay that much in taxes, Sam, because the estimated value that they have on my property here at the office is like $3,000. I don't even know how much that is. Probably maybe like $60-$70. It's not the point. The point is I'm going to go out there and give them hell in their face, in their face, and
We need it.
And calling them out. And I'm going to record it. I'm going to record it, and I'm going to live stream it so that everyone can hear what a piece of crap this appraisal district is and how they really screwed everybody over. So let's have at it. So I said, yeah, I want a hearing. I want a hearing. It'll be July the 5th, and it's going to be at 10:40. See that?
So there will still be fireworks right after July 4th.
Yeah. Your own Independence Day.
Yeah, screw them. And look, this city commission. And again, look, guys, the city commission, they're all comprised of Democrats. Look, guys, they went out there and gave themselves a raise in the middle of a pandemic. They gave themselves a 35% raise.
And that's why our taxes go up.
But
it makes no
But
sense.
again, it would be nice if they had something to show for it, but
But
you would have to say like, hey, you know what? We've done this, and this, and that. But
nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. No, and look,
everything's the same.
but let's go back to the arena. You know, if they were so adamantly strong about the arena, at the end of the day, why can't they be so adamantly strong about doing something beneficial to
Good
the
for
individuals
the
that are
community.
at the
For the
lower rung,
people.
of the pile? But nobody cares about the people that work here at the bridge. Nobody cares that the individuals that work at the courthouse, that work at the different offices out there, that work janitorial services out there.
Hmm.
No one cares about them. No one's out there fighting for them. And these guys, instead of doing what's right towards everyone in Cameron County, they decide to give themselves a raise. Now, going back into the Brownsville superintendent's raise, recent raise, guys, what have you done to merit and to earn to make you worthy of getting that raise? County
Yeah.
commissioners have done nothing. Eddie Trevino has done nothing. Nothing. They screwed
Imagine if it
up.
was like that at work.
Yeah, can you
You do nothing, and you're like,
can you
oh,
imagine?
here's some more, 30%.
No, no, and not just not just do nothing, but what the little that you did do, you screwed it up. Think of the vaccine thing, the handling
Yeah,
of the
Yeah.
yeah.
vaccine.
That was terrible.
It was
That was terrible.
horrible.
It would be nice if we could figure out exactly the amounts of true deaths that have occurred because of the COVID. But everybody's dying. Everybody's dying. I mean, you could have died in a car accident, and if you were positive for COVID, they're going to say that you died of COVID. You
Well,
know,
that's what all they really had to do. And look, and again, all they really had to do was bring in the experts. And and look, it's okay that they're not the experts, but bring in the experts and ask them what is their take, their opinion, or how it should be done. And you know who the experts are here locally in regards
well,
to processing, folk? The
public
people,
health.
the people at Chick-fil-A.
Oh well, no, that's not good.
The
That,
people
that,
at Chick-fil-A, they fly everyone through like crazy.
Mhm.
Why couldn't we've gotten input from the community in regards to what is the best practice, what is the best way to handle this? But they think they have all the answers and they screwed it up and then they give themselves a raise.
Well, the race part bothers me. It bothers me.
Oh, the
It, it,
handling of COVID bothered me because let me tell you, there was, and again, it goes down to all levels, governmental
Hey,
levels.
quick
Because,
question though.
well, let me finish my
Since
thought. Because let me
okay,
keep your question because
he's
I'll
55,
forget.
sir.
I'm
Yeah.
55. Damn it. Let me tell you, we had people waiting at the front door of their house where ambulance services weren't available. I
I,
mean, people dying in parking lots.
it was very traumatizing. I mean, as a healthcare provider working it, being there, boots on ground, I'm telling you, it was the most traumatizing. Next to the most traumatizing thing that I went through was back in the day. There was this accident. It was a bus accident in Alton, Texas, where many
Horrible.
kids,
kids.
many kids.
Horrible.
It was, and I was working in the ER, and that was like those cries. You can't get. It's the same thing. This was, except it was just, it kept on going every single day. You know, you break a hip. There were people they broke hips, and they wouldn't take them to the hospital because, well, we got to get you tested for COVID. I go, the person has a fractured hip. He needs surgery. He has to go into the hospital. You know, you need to go get him. Well, we can't go get him. That's a lot of people died in a
Too many.
weird way.
People say like one or two is too many, but too many did. Sorry, Sam.
It's more than, yeah, it's a lot more than two. I don't know. If how many, I'm sure there were a lot of teachers that died. There were a lot of nurses that I work with that have died.
100%. What was your question, Sam?
You know how BISD got a raise and it was all the way through from teachers all the way through the superintendent? Was it the same way with the county where they give the county commissioners
No,
like that
no,
30% and then they give everybody else?
no. They went and fought for the elected officials. So
Who went and fought for the elected officials?
the elected officials were the ones that got the raises, not the
Yeah,
people that
but you
work at
said
the bridge.
that they went and fought. Who's they?
Huh?
You said that they went and fought for the elected officials. Who is they?
They bought elected officials.
Who the people
Oh,
that work for the county?
the elected officials, which include the county clerk, the district clerk, the JPs, the sheriffs, everyone that is on the take, that is on salary, that is an elected official at Cameron County, especially the Cameron County commissioners and the Cameron County judge. They're the ones that got a raise, not so much the other folks. And look, and what happens, Sam, is that they had given later on after that, then they said, you know what, well, we're going to give everybody else a raise too, but it wasn't at the same percentage.
Yeah.
While you working for the county were getting a 2.3, a 3.6 raise, the county judge was getting 35, 38%, and that's unfortunate.
That
Uh,
is that's our money.
yeah,
So
Where does that put them right now? Is
is
it like at
Carlos
80,000, 100,000?
going to change that?
yeah, by 120. I think Eddie's at 120 or 100. I can't remember honestly. FBI won't arrest you during an election. Examples: Dr. Armando
Oh
Nara,
yeah.
mentioned mayor. Hasn't been arrested yet, but his nephew was.
Yes, yes. And there is a lot of happenings in the city of Mission. It's unfortunate. A lot of the individuals are they went in there with good intentions. I think maybe everybody goes in with good intentions and they come
You
out
think all this
very rich.
like the whole economy has to do with it, or not really,
No, it's
or just
greed,
like the
bro.
values of the person?
It's just greed. It's greed. And you know what? What's so trippy is like Sylvia Atkinson. I mean, she had already taken millions, bro, millions. And
Yeah.
aparte de eso, she was making a hefty damn salary, bro. I mean, can you imagine earning $100,000 a year, Sam? I mean, that's a fortune for
Doing
us.
what? What was her position?
She was a superintendent in Los Fresnos, assistant superintendent in Rio
Wow.
Hondo, one of the assistants. She was head of HR here for a while in Brownsville. So they were getting. She was upwards in the salary of $100,000 a year, and then De La Garza gave her a cushy job here at the college, making I think it was like $70,000 a year. But $70,000 a year. Yeah, guys, please like that damn page, guys. There's only 9 likes on 26 people. For goodness gracious, I'm not going to make any money this month. But so what happens is, but for me, if I was going to be making $100,000 a year, I'd go crazy. You know, I'd go berserk because that's Sam. Can you imagine earning $100,000 a year, Sam? It's tons of money.
With 5 kids, eso se va de volada.
Well, yeah,
Like
but for
that.
me, that has two cats.
Big V, Sam.
Vasectomy. Should I use the 211 system to identify those that could not leave their homes or special needs?
Yeah, there's so much that we coulda, shoulda done. That
I wonder if like they learned already. Like, you know what? Next time there's something like this, there's a different protocol.
well, we're still not learning. We're still not learning when people are saying people are dying of COVID when they had a car accident and that's what killed them. I mean, our stats suck when it comes to the true manner of who's dying of what. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point why we need a medical examiner's office. I think the whole state of Texas needs a medical examiner's office. See, and I'm not running. I'm just bitching. Can you say that online?
Yeah, you can.
Ooh, see, makes me feel so good.
27 people watching. No, my 7 likes. Got 28 people.
Oh
Only 12 likes.
man,
Like that damn page.
like.
The losers are filthy millionaires because we let them. Yes.
And I think we need there is like a road, an expressway or something that is under their name. I think we should remove that, and we need to give it to somebody else. I don't think we should have
like in middle school.
If they're named after a school, if they're named after a street, and that's anybody that did anything corrupt, we should. I mean, corrupt in a sense to where they were the Soviet.
The same way how they're
activists
moving
of
all the
world.
history buildings.
There's another guy in the Brownsville area that has been very corrupt with grant monies. And I don't remember his name. I'll look it up
There's
later.
so many.
But they named a school
Barrera.
after him. That was the whole thing. I mean, God, this guy's got a school named after him, and he's like
Oh,
taking millions and millions
hell
and
yeah.
millions
Who's
of
the judge
things.
that gave assault to kick the head and not aggravated assault? I'm not
That's a
sure.
Whataburger
Is
accident.
that the Waterford
Oh
incident?
yeah.
I honestly I do not know.
She
I haven't.
that girl was 16 years old
You know,
that he assaulted.
but
She was
yeah,
Really?
16
but
years old.
why not? What the hell is
I
a
didn't know that.
what the hell is a 16-year-old doing at Whataburger? Honestly, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's a
Oh
free
well,
country.
okay,
You can
no,
be
one
anywhere.
that's true,
No,
but
but
school just came out. I mean,
where
it
the hell
was
where the hell are
graduation.
was she with her
Um,
parents? No,
uh,
was she with her parents? She
I
maybe
don't
wasn't.
know.
not, sir.
Andaba con el novio a las 2, 3,
So,
4 de
so
la
what
mañana.
you're saying is that she got it because she was out there at 3 o'clock in the morning. It
No,
was her fault that she
no, no,
got
no.
hit in the
That is
head.
it. It's her fault because she was part of the fight. They were all fighting out there together. They were all scruffing it up together. I don't know if you saw the video. They were
I saw
all
the
fighting.
video.
Actually, the 16-year-old,
Got knocked out.
well, the 16-year-old was on top of the other girl,
No,
punching
no,
the
the
crap out of
16,
her.
the one that like got knocked out, like the
Yes,
one that
she
that was
she
16.
she had the other girl saddled, and she was beating the crap out
Uh-huh.
of her. The guy, the
He was
boyfriend,
the one
or
actually like winning, like pounding the other
yeah, she was
girl
winning.
on the
The
Oh,
floor.
the
guy,
16-year-old.
And then
the
her
And then the
boyfriend,
man
the
came in.
boyfriend, the Sancho, whatever the hell he was, he then went up as
Yeah.
soon as he knocked the crap out of the other guy, went over there and kicked her off his girlfriend or whatever she is. Again, look, it's just too muddled. Who's at fault? And I, pobrecita, what the hell is she doing out there? Why is
Hey,
she out there
my
fighting?
thing is no person should kick anybody in the head.
But they were all
yeah,
fighting. It's part of a fight.
A fight is fine, but kicking
If you're,
somebody in the head,
I
especially
don't
if it's
agree.
two
If
girls.
you're in
I
the
mean,
middle
come
of a
on
fight,
now.
if you're in the middle of a fight, it's all good. And that's the way we used to fight before. Si le vas a entrar, aguanta la vara. You know, and we didn't ever went crying to grandma or anybody else to let them know that we got
it's
kicked
like
in the
that other
face.
fight. What was it? Shaw Republic or
Huh?
remember the one that got knocked out over here on Pablo Quisel? You remember the
Oh,
huge guy that was like, "Oh snap!" and got knocked out.
yeah. Well, there's been a bunch of the fights. Again, if you're going to be in the middle of a fight, look, if you're not going to go out there and get law enforcement or if there's something wrong, if you're going to go out there, saddle another chick and you're going to be knocking the crap out of her, you know, again, I'm not condoning any type of violence, but you're in the middle of the fray. You know,
But my question
you're
is,
going to take
okay,
hits.
so she was fine. She got knocked out, whatever. And then she went to go report it
Mhm.
to make a police report.
Yeah.
But she was also they should have just involved everybody
But
and get
was it?
everybody
I mean,
charges.
obviously maybe they did fine everybody, or was it self defense? I mean, I don't
I
know
don't,
the details. If
you
it
didn't
was
see
Yeah.
the
self
you didn't see
defense
the
on
vi-
her part,
you didn't see the videos.
I saw the videos, but how it instigated? No, just one. I saw one of the
There's two
videos,
videos. There's two
and
videos.
where she was knocked out, and I didn't know that was the 16-year-old. I read it in the paper, as far as them.
Yeah, I didn't read. I didn't know that she was 16.
Yeah, I didn't. It was. I got that from the paper.
Gallegos. Oh, that's the judge. Okay, a kick in the head is still a kick in the head. Yes, but why put yourself in that position? And
But
then
was she? I
and
mean,
then
if
and
she
then
was
go
defending
cry in the
herself,
Like
police.
what started
I
it
don't know.
all?
I need the
Yeah,
whole.
we know, and again, we don't. Best part of the issue, we all don't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
We don't know the whole story. I can buy that.
But you are saying that it's her fault because she was there at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, what I'm saying is that there's
Oh,
all their
God.
faults. It's all four of their faults. But let me tell you, I'm a little bit on the old-fashioned side. No 16-year-old should be out at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with their boyfriend, their Sancho, or whoever they were with, unless she was out there with her brother. If that's her brother that took her, and that's fine. I don't think that's the case. But if that's fine. But no one, and again, call me old-fashioned, call me conservative. No one at 16
I
needs
concur,
to be out in
sir.
the street because no one at
Like for
18.
being a brother, he didn't defend her at all.
Well,
Not
if
didn't do a good
we
job.
don't know the scoop sound.
Yeah.
Huh?
We don't know the scoop, so I mean,
I don't know. But again, already take yourself off that. And I'll give you something that happened when we were out there partying one night. We were out there partying one night like crazy people, And my friend, Dr. Juana just disappeared. Our friend, de repente decided, quiero ir a Whataburger. So, we're out there partying. And I'm talking about the way we used to party back in the 80s, Dr. Juana. You remember that. I know you do.
Mhm.
I
I
can
know
see
you
your
were.
eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
He
But let me tell you. So he goes to Whataburger, and then all of a sudden, we get told, "Hey, Erasmo, they shot him," and I'm going like, "What?" And we went, and and what happened was there was a fight, and my friend wasn't a part of the fight. He was just in as a spectator. Well, one of the guys pulls out a gun and shoots
Oh,
the guy and misses the guy. I don't know how the hell he missed the guy, and he shot my friend in the arm. You know,
oh
shot
wow.
shot my friend in the arm. So I go to I go to the hospital because I'm always the responsible one. I mean,
That's a good thing, sir.
I'm partied out like crazy, but he's out there at the hospital and he's crying in pain because they cannot give him anything for the pain because he's been partying all night long,
Hmm.
you know?
I think
So
I
Yeah,
recall that story.
so
yeah.
they can't
It
give anything away. But again, you put
yeah.
yourself in that situation when you're out there esas horas. And again, I'm not people know I'm not against partying. People know I'm not against falling asleep at Whataburger. But it's better if they would have fallen asleep at Whataburger. At least, you would have gotten your picture plastered all over the county like some
I don't
people
know.
did.
It's saying
But
about a
if
guy
you're out
hitting
there
a
fighting
woman.
with someone, you could get kicked.
Yeah, yeah, but guy. I mean, let the girls at it. A guy kicking a woman, hitting a woman.
Yeah, that was a
I
bad call
mean,
from the guy.
this
All
was
four of
just
them, all four of them were
uh,
fighting. All four of them were involved. This is the age of equal rights.
not like that.
All at it.
And I actually I'm not
O todos
into
parejos, todos
if I've
rabones.
got
Todos rabones o
XY
todos
in me
coludos.
and
Todos
I'm
coludos,
gonna
todos
be on an
rabones.
all girls team to swim and my chromosome is XY. There's I don't believe that. If you're on a girls team, everybody's chromosomes needs to be XX. If you're an XY, you are not supposed to be there. Same
Uh,
thing for girls. I
I
mean,
agree.
you don't
I
go play
agree.
with an XY
I
on a
agree with
sport team.
I agree with Dr. Juana. Those
Yeah,
boys,
like we're not saying that the
those
guy
gotta
had
be
it,
there.
like it was okay for the guy to hit the girl. We're saying like, hey, all four of them were fighting. All of them should have gotten like public disturbance or
Reprimand.
something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Disturbing the
You're
peace.
right. It shouldn't
Disturbing the
have just
peace.
been that one person that got
All
arrested.
we should have seen all four of their,
Mhm.
and that would have sent a stronger message if we
Yeah,
would have
Yeah,
seen all four of their
yeah.
mugs,
Let's let,
all
let's
four of their
let's make that
mugshots.
happen. Make
PD
that
has been
happen.
dropping the
Uh,
ball, especially with that guy that got the one that stabbed somebody or two people
Yeah,
outside the dive bar, and they only charged him, even though
that's
he was just
crazy.
defending himself.
Again, you're defending yourself, and you're going to go out there and plaster the 23-year-old that's
And
out
then
there
you find out
defending
it's a
himself.
20-year-old who got drunk, or that's like, I guess, public intoxication at the dive. And so I was like, 20 year
well, is
old
it?
at the
Well, I mean, what
dive,
is public intoxication? I mean, how do you get arrested for public intoxication?
you're
If
drunk
you're
No,
out
if
trust
in
me.
front of the
you're
street.
Trust
if
me, it's
you're
very
at a
easy. It's very easy. Trust me.
have
I,
you
I know
gotten
that
Like
for a fact.
if you're not driving, you're walking. It's easy to PI,
if you're
especially like
walking?
in you learn that in South Padre Island. They
It's
get
not.
you kind of like buzzing. You're PI.
Sam did a
But
lot of
see,
learning.
yeah, that to me, I want to change that. I mean, you have to be a danger to yourself or others
You could be a danger to
for
yourself because if you're
if you're
walking and you're
drunk.
stumbling
But if you're
upon, and then
buzzed,
you
yeah, the stumbling
if
part
you
I
fall
get.
into the
Yeah,
street, boom, you someone might run you over.
but but if you're drinking, I mean that's what SPI is all about is
Yeah,
alcohol and the water.
Well, yeah.
and
What
that's
trips
why
me
they
out
have those little
It's not
tuk
that's not
tuks.
all what SPI is about.
No,
There's so much
you know
more
what?
to SPI.
Yeah, and you're at SPI right now.
Yeah.
You know what trips me out about people at SPI? That they always go like, oh, these kids and these huercos borrachos. They're like, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have an economy.
Yeah, those it
Well,
makes
well,
the island makes millions a day.
you would rather have older people, people of 26 years and older, to come to the beach because at least they take care of the beach.
They're still the ones fighting.
Yeah,
Like there's no age limit on fighting.
but
I
first,
see
first,
videos from
Well,
first, you're
all
defending the
kinds of
60.
ages.
First, you're defending the 16-year-old out there at Whataburger at 3, 4 o'clock in the night, and now you don't
I,
want anyone partying at the island until
I
they're
did not say
26.
that, sir. I just said that. See the way you are. Let me think of a word. It's an interesting it's an interesting game. There's a lot of people that hate.
Exactamente, Francisco. You play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes, and one of those
Yeah,
prizes might be a kick to the face.
and I hope she's learned from it. I hope well, see, they haven't. Only that guy that got arrested.
It's crazy, and
Yeah,
all four of
yeah.
them.
See, you know what?
That would have sent a massive message
I
out
would have
there.
disagreed with you. I did disagree with you, but the more we're talking about it, I agree with you. Everybody should have been.
I have that effect on people.
Yeah, I don't agree with you about all of the Republican Party, but
I have that.
but
No,
I agree
honestly,
with you.
it would have sent such a strong message. All four of them.
Yeah.
And that should have been shared like crazy.
Yeah.
All four of them. This is what
Yeah.
happens when you go out there and you're out
At
there
3
fighting
o'clock in
at
the
3 o'clock
morning and you
morning.
cause
And
shenanigans.
honestly, I don't care what age you are. You could be any age. But let me tell you, a 16-year-old, 15-year-old girl at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning at Whataburger with her boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
Well, at least
You should.
that'll be a juvenile thing. It wouldn't be an adult thing, so they'll really learn from it.
Let me tell you, He-Man, if you would have seen Sam's picture at the beach, you would have said, put him in a t-shirt.
It wasn't that bad.
It was pretty.
I wasn't saying that when I was 20. I'm saying the guy who got arrested that stabbed 2 people was 20 years old.
Oh, he was.
So I was like, how was a
Wasn't the
20-year-old in a bar?
Wasn't the guy at the Shot Republic the one that was stabbing everybody?
No. The Shot Republic, no. At the dive, the one recently, about less than a week ago or a week ago, he stabbed 2 people because he was telling the bouncer that some people were, I guess, assaulting him, jumping him in the restroom or whatnot. So what they did, they kicked him out because that's what they always do. They always kick out whoever's being assaulted or like the innocent person. Because I've seen that more than once. So they kick him out, and then viene todos los, I guess, the group that assaulting him. They go outside and they jump him again, and this guy takes out a knife and stabs 2 guys, and then he gets arrested for stabbing 2 people.
And
it turns out that he was 20 years old, and where was he drinking? They kicked him out because supposedly of intoxicated. And I'm like, so how is a 20-year-old?
20-year-olds, good job. Old people at SSPI complain about young people drinking while they walking con todo colgando in a butt floss.
They're also the old people also drink a lot.
I'm trying to figure it out. I got it.
That also happens in Puerto Vallarta. Trust me, I just got back there. Guys, thank you for being on. Great day. Great show this morning. Thank you, Dr. Juana, for the information.
Think HPV. Vaccination. Sir, think B.
And Sam needs to do
Talk to the missus. It'll make a vast difference.
And you know what? We should do it on a live, like in Sam.
Yeah, a little snip. That would be kind of interesting.
Like my colonoscopy. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. Still believe in all that crap. See you tonight at 9 p.m. We will have Jaime Diaz tonight at 9 p.m. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.